Hello, Clark, Texas. I'm Tony Rodriguez, a sophomore here at Clark High School, and I'd like to reveal something that may surprise most of you. I have autism. Since kindergarten, I've experienced what's called inclusion. I have a disability, but I am included with my non-disabled peers in my classes. Studies show that inclusion increases social interactions and friendships. It also gives people like me role models to be surrounded by, like my good friend, Maddie Tillery.
When I think of you, I think of someone that I've known for forever. You're one of my best friends, to be honest. I think of you, the little kid back at Owie who used to always do the announcements.
Welcome back, alligators. I, Tony Rodriguez, am going to do your weekend forecast for Friday.
And just someone who everyone was friends with.
The word autism comes from the Greek word autos, which means self, and autism is defined as having difficulty in communicating and forming relationships. Inclusion comes from Latin, a language I study. The definition of include means to allow someone to share in an activity. I'm in varsity orchestra, where I share my talent as a cellist and do my part to benefit the whole orchestra. And by being included, others can learn from being around me, and seeing that even though I have autism, a disability, I also have tons of special abilities that make me who I am.
Your ability to learn about things and retain that information, and then being able to teach others about it. I also know that you're very good at cello, and I know that you've been helping your brother Ricky out with that, and so I really think that one of your biggest strengths is being able to share your talents and gifts with other people.
My orchestra director, Mrs. Wen, thinks diversity keeps things interesting and fun.
Diversity is a wonderful thing, and it would be really boring if every single student I had was exactly the same. It's always nice to have unusual students in class who are different from what I'm used to or from the average student, and I think for orchestra it's a pretty diverse class. We have a little bit of everything in there, so I think you may not fit in at all, but by not fitting in you also fit in.
Even though making friends is hard for people with autism, I have many friends who know autism doesn't define me.
I've gotten to know you pretty well in the past year, and I think autism is simply just a part of you that it's just there, it's not like a barrier of any kind.
Please give the comparative and superlative forms for the adverb lite.
B2.
Litius and litissime.
Litius and litissime are correct.
Esther Coe, Guy Martin, and I are in orchestra together, and we play Curtamen, which is similar to Quiz Bowl for Latin. We are part of the team that won the national championship this summer. But more importantly, we became great friends.
Well, you're a really awesome guy. Whenever we're in Curtamen, you were so smart. When we first started practice, it was amazing on how much you knew. I was like, oh yeah, I'm the smart guy, and then you came and was like, wow, he just knows so much. And then just slowly, as we continued on with nationals, all that stuff, it was just mind-blowing on how much you knew.
Some people think I'm just really smart, and I am. I have an IQ of 152, but I'm not all serious all the time. I love to laugh and watch funny shows like Atypical or The Big Bang Theory, and I love to get together with friends to play games. Sometimes autism affects me with keeping track of things, with eye contact or with paying attention to what's going on when people are sharing things. But each day, like the rest of you, I try my best.
You're always staying positive. You're always being really happy. I've never really seen you sad or with a frown on your face. You always seem to have a smile. You have such a strong intelligence, and it's great. And you just are such a funny guy.
Autism is a spectrum disorder, which means no two people are exactly alike. Just like these colors are not exactly alike. Because all people on the spectrum are different, take the time to get to know each of them. Be kind, be patient, be interested in students who have disabilities. They and I appreciate being included. Don't pick us last when it's time to form groups or teams. Find out what our strengths are, and you'll have a new friend. Thanks for watching, and have a terrific week.